Hello YouTube fans, this is Mike from What Works For Me Aquariums. I thought I'd give you a quick rundown. I told you sometime back I was going to add a video regarding the RO Buddy. Now, as some of you may know, I've been setting up a little saltwater reef and annual reef, and in my area, RO water, RODI water was impossible to find. Nobody here had it. I'm in a rural area, and I'm an hour away from my local fish store that actually does stock it. Sorry about the video here. I'm holding this by my hands. This is the RO Buddy. It's from a company called Aquatic Life. And as far as I can tell, this thing does an excellent job. It's a really good device. It's a simple 4-stage filter, RO filter, as you can see here. The filter can be, the cartridge can be easily replaced. The main filter is the larger one in the back. That lid comes off and it comes with a cartridge that you can put in there, and according to my local fish store, they're very easy to come by, and apparently you can order them just about anywhere. Aquatic Life has them. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them directly from my local fish store. Before I bought it, that's where I got it. They run about $60, which is not a bad price, I think, for what you get, and it produces about 5 gallons of water in about an hour. I know you can't see that too well. But anyway, it's running real fine. That's the supply line you see in the bucket. And as you may know, this is the waste line. This is the water that it cannot process, or that can't be used. So it's just going down the drain. Okay? So I find it interesting, and it has some things I will tell you about. And I've not discovered some of this yet. So if anybody has answers, that's fine. If not, you can probably call somebody and look it up. Now, first, I want to show you something. See the little blue clip? Okay, that clip is holding that hose in position. It's a pressure clip and it works really well. However, understand one thing, and this actually is in the instructions, but I didn't get it. When you push the line, when you start installation, this is all unassembled, okay? So you have to add the lines to the waste area, to the supply, the whole 9 yards. So what you're going to do is you're going to push this line into this receptacle, okay? You'll push it in, then you push again, and it'll hear a second pop. Once it's done that, you put the clip in place, okay? If you don't hear the second pop, when you turn this on, it's going to leak like crazy. Water's going to come squirting out everywhere. The blue lines were already installed, but the white lines I installed all over, okay? And when I didn't do the right thing, and I didn't push them in all the way, and it kept leaking. I couldn't figure out why. So I went back and did the one thing we're all supposed to do, right? Read the instructions that did indicate that you have to push that hose in. And once you've pushed it in, it feels like it stops. You push it in again, and it will stop a second time. It will actually click. Once it's done, it doesn't leak. And as you can see, my unit is not leaking. Now, it has some interesting points to it. According to the instruction book, there are optimum temperature for the water and an optimum PSI, that's pounds per square inch, coming out of your faucet. Okay? And I don't have it in front of me right now, so I can't tell you what those optimums are. I think the water is supposed to be 77 degrees, and then the PSI is supposed to be a certain level. Now, I am unsure how you discover this. The water, the temperature, it says, should not be controlled by your hot water heater, because the hot water heater is going to have trace elements and minerals and stuff in it that will actually ruin your filters. Okay, so don't do that. So I'm just letting the water run right out of my cold water faucet, okay? And my cold water faucet is not 77 degrees. It's probably more like 60. And so I guess you can't really do anything about that. But then there's also the idea of the PSI. They said that if water is being forced through these membranes at too high a level, or too high a pressure, that it will eventually ruin the membranes, which makes sense to me. But I have no idea how to discover how much PSI your sink has in it. So those are a couple of things I'm going to have to figure out and see if I can get them to work out. So far, because I'm not operating at prime level, the water coming in is not 0 TDS. In fact, it's about 4, I think 3 or 4, which I'm not really concerned about. The tank seems to be working fine. And in just a little bit of Mongo, I'll upload a new video, an update rather, on the tank as it stands. Anyway, there's the ROSI Buddy, working like a charm, no problems, and it's been keeping me in water since I bought it. So anyway, my overall review for this device is a good, definitely thumbs up, definitely worth purchasing, unless you intend to go ahead and get one of much larger units that work, that you install and so forth and so on to your sink, but this is a good deal. Now, something else I've just discovered, I don't know how realistic this is. We have a fellow here in town that owns a company that they sell water to people, drinking water. And he has RO water, not RODI water. And I asked him why, and I find out that RODI water is not good to drink because it virtually is void of everything. It has nothing in it. Nothing that could be good for you, nothing that will harm you, nothing at all, which is exactly what we're looking for in an aquarium. One way or the other, that's why it's harder to find than I thought it was going to be. But right now, this unit is not running at its peak efficiency because I guess the temperature and the PSI. I'm going to try to figure out how to adjust those things. So anyway, overall though, we have a unit here that's just outstanding. I highly recommend it. And that's your RODI buddy. And that's your review for the day. This is Mike from What Works for Me Aquariums. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, hit like and subscribe. Thank you.